Welcome to our YouTube channel, where we document our life aboard our 32-foot sailboat, currently on its maiden voyage from Halifax, Nova Scotia to the Caribbean. And in this episode, we do our biggest trip yet. We cross the Gulf of Maine. So, if you're into sailing videos or life on the water, consider hitting that subscribe button. And thanks for your support. This video was taken the night we arrived into West Head. We thought we would be doing the crossing the following day, so we decided we better talk it out first. I don't feel confident, and that doesn't help Seth feel confident. And it would just be nice if someone knew their shit was on board. We could just rely on them, you know?
We have each other to rely on. We're all right.
But when we're both really scared, like today. I'm so stressed.
Not having the autohelm does suck for this, too.
Yeah. I don't even know if I can enjoy a hot chocolate. Can you? Too nervous.
I think a tea would be a smarter thing because hot chocolate has a lot of sugar.
Yeah. If you don't want to have nightmares. I would rather go on a day where it's just blue. Blue the whole way. Today was blue bubs.
I cannot imagine motoring across that whole stretch. Just the sound of the motor would just drive us crazy.
That also probably added to our stress was the motor being on the whole time.
I'll tell you what stressed me out was when we only had the Maine up and we're still somehow doing 8 knots.
Do you want to leave tomorrow or do you want to wait till Thursday? Or Tuesday?
I think tomorrow.
Tuesday would give us more time to look at this. I'm gonna be going across the Fundy and going, we should have left Tuesday!
Yeah, I wish you weren't like that.
How am I supposed to be confident, Bug, after today? I don't know how to read from Maine. I don't even know how to straighten out the U-Haul. I don't even know how to use this VHF radio.
At least we're finding a sense of humor.
You don't even know how to slow the boat down when it goes too crazy.
Yes, we do. We know how to heave tube ups.
I don't know. We've never done it.
Yes, we have.
Who, with Chris?
Yeah.
4 years ago?
Yeah.
In Halifax Harbor?
Yeah.
I don't remember. I just want to feel safe. Lie in bed, watch a movie, have Lily. And I don't feel that way.
Nope. I can feel safe for
What happens when we go sucked into the Bay of Fundy?
You're gonna go great. I think we're overthinking it too. Like we definitely want to think about it. It's just because
today was rough.
Carefully, but we don't want to overthink it and save ourselves soon. So we're doing fine. We'll figure it out. Nope.
Seth and I were preparing to leave, talking with our friends to solidify the plan. And as it goes with sailing, our plans changed. We didn't end up leaving the following morning, which gave us time to regroup, rest, and figure it out. After 4 days spent in West Head, we had preparations in order to leave. Seth is going to deflate the dinghy and bring the Soleil on board this time. So we're leaving at 12 a.m. Monday morning. It's Sunday night, 9:19. We're going to have a little bit of a nap before our first overnight. My first night sail, even. And it's a really big one. I just went over the charts again with Seth. We planned our route. We had no idea we had to read the current when we were planning our routes. So when we left from Shelburne to here, and then we got into that really rough section that I took a video of. And when you go on the chart, you can see it, and I remember seeing it on avionics. It was an estimation point in the triangle. Anyway, just now I found out what it is, like days later. I just clicked on it, and it said, be careful in this area because current can go up to 4.5 knots, which is crazy because we just got lucky. If we had arrived with the tide going out while we were trying to come in, and it was at like a peak point doing 4.5 knots, that would have not worked at all for us, but we were just lucky. So we also had a conversation with Alex, who kind of showed us how to do route planning because we didn't fully know. We kind of just looked out the window and went for it, and that was really helpful. So I think we have a good route planned. I feel a little better about it. Maybe a shot of rum to calm the nerves. It's a dark night, clear skies though. Also downloaded The Hobbit on Spotify so I can listen to that and some podcasts. So sometimes it's better not to hear what's going on, even though maybe that you need to. Sometimes it's just better to ignore it, because a lot of the time it's really scary and your mind can't detach from being scared. You can be scared in situations that it's wasted on. So if you have headphones, you don't hear what's going on around you, that's okay, I think. But I did get hit by a car when I was riding my scooter with headphones. This is our biggest trip yet. This is our scariest trip, but I think we'll be fine. If not now, then when? Also first day of period. Pretty shit. It's a little after 12. We're running a little late. We're wrapping up, so that's just making another coffee. Then we're gonna take the dock lines off and we're gonna head out into the dark.
Pretty exciting stuff.
Wish us luck. We're underway now. I'm still got the jitters, just worried about what's to come, but I gotta not be like that because it could be fun. There's some rollies in the water, but otherwise it's pretty calm and clear. I think with the tide and maybe the wind, we're gonna get through some kind of chops up, but I'm trying not to worry about that. It's just, I get a little more nervous because it's dark out, and I'll be excited when the morning comes, even though this is still pretty. I just like to get around all this. How you doing, bub?
So far, so good.
Okay.
Billy, you're doing right.
We motored the entire night. There was hardly any wind, and what was there was blowing on our nose. We were very nervous for what was to come, so neither of us slept, but kept each other company in the cockpit as the boat rocked back and forth a lot.
It was remarkable to behold the sunrise the first morning of our crossing. We felt sense of relief and encouragement as night became day.
Wow, that's beautiful. The night is over. We have not slept since our 1 hour nap, and I did eat a banana because my stomach just felt like it was rotting, and then I puked it up shortly after because my nerves were just too much. My throat was closing. Crossing, we were in the worst of the Fundy tides. The tides were going out, so they were against us. We were sometimes doing under 2 knots. Another thing to add is that none of the wind forecasts that we saw before leaving are matching what's currently happening. We've really only been getting wind on the head, and honestly not very much at all, like 6 knots, and it should have been on our beam. I really don't want to motor the entire time. It would be nice to get the sails up. Poor Seth inside, everything's rocking. Oh, he's definitely not sleeping. We were constantly checking our speed against our arrival time into Rockland. We wanted to make it by the morning so we would have daylight to spot the lobster pots. We would put our sails up, but if we weren't making as good of time as we'd like, we'd keep the engine running. Now Bugs has decided to let out the jib, and I see it's fetching over there. First time not being able to see land anywhere. No land. And no service. This is really quite nice. We're almost halfway. And I'm just sitting here. I feel less sick when I'm at the helm. And I'm just looking at the water, looking at the birds, listening to a podcast. It's really quite nice. Seth just went forward because he's gonna fill our diesel tank. Not the fastest way to fill the tanks, but maybe the safest. Until we get 2 hoses so we can siphon it faster. Oh my goodness, Bubs, they're coming!
I see him.
That's so cool. Whoa! I hope they come right up to us, Bubs. Holy crap, Bubs! Woo. They're so close. What? Oh my god! They're gonna jump on our boat next. Bubs, they're underneath us. I don't see them. That was so cool. A couple who are sailing on Ocean Wanderer left a comment on our Instagram post the other day saying they were leaving for Cape Cod early this week. Found them on AIS, they're right behind us. We are going to make good time. I mean, we still have 17 hours to go. Who knows? But I think we're going to get stronger ones. We just want to sail and tack because if we're doing 5 knots, then we're getting to Rockland in the anchorage by 10. So that means out where all the lobster traps are, we'll be getting there before light. Feels good. We're in the deepest part of the Gulf right now, and we have nothing to worry about, really.
I think we're a little bit ahead of schedule, so yeah, like George said, we're going to do a couple of tacks and then keep our motor off for a little bit, which would be nice. Hopefully be in Rockland tomorrow around 12 p.m.
Or even like 1 or 2. There is the sunset, the beautiful, beautiful sunset. And just like the morning, it is the night. We were happy to have company on the water, relieved to know that we weren't alone. But as darkness crept in, we prepared for our longest night yet and had an unexpected visitor, a little bird that perched on Seth's jacket, biting his lips whenever he spoke. She was feisty, and I respected that. The wind shifted from directly in front of us to directly behind us, making it very difficult to manage the jib without a whisker pull. We later learned that if we had just lowered the mainsail, it wouldn't have blocked the wind from the jib. Oh well. So we motored most of the night. It was equal parts beautiful and terrifying. We experienced breaking waves behind us lit up by the bioluminescence. The sky remained moonless for hours, only to be graced by a spectacular half-moon rising. And the stars were like we had never seen before. Despite these breathtaking moments, it was hard to enjoy them fully because of the anxiety we had throughout the night. Our boat viciously rocked back and forth, and we had to stuff clothes in all of our cabinets because our belongings were thrashing around. Dolphins played around the boat, torpedoing under our keel, and we could see the entire show, lit up by their trail of bioluminescence. Right now, it's 6:30 in the morning, and we're getting close to Maine, so Seth's on the bow. I'm going slow because the sun's not out yet, and he's scoping for traps. Okay, so now the sun is coming up. We've probably dodged like 12 pots already, probably more honestly. Not too bad. Put our mainsail down, we're just motoring now. Just have a bit more control. It's gonna be another beautiful sunrise behind me. There's a trap.
That was wild. How many buoys there were?
I know, I don't think we're done yet. Yeah. After roughly 30 hours of no sleep, we were exhausted, and having to be vigilant to navigate the minefield of lobster pots was proving to be difficult. We were ready for it to be over. I know, they don't stand a chance. How is there even any lobster left? Some mountains in the distance. Came in at a good time because look at the fog rolling in.
Honestly, after all the shit we've been through,
Yeah, that's nothing, fairy.
Not trying to scare us, I don't think so.
No. We are approaching our anchorage in Rockland, Maine. Yeah, it doesn't look busy. Seth is feeling nervous. A lot of deep breaths are coming out.
I think it's just more anxiety from not sleeping.
Yeah.
Paranoia.
Yeah.
Maybe jaundice.
What's that?
Not eating so well.
Yep, we're in rough shape. We motored into our anchorage, filled out our forms for customs on the CBP Rome app, and the next morning, we were cleared. After 35 hours of sailing, 168 nautical miles, we had made it from West Head, Nova Scotia to Rockland, Maine.